Hey everyone, it's Michelle Angelique, Truth and Integrity Warrior. Today is December 1st, 2022, and I'm over here in New Jersey with a subscriber friend of mine. His name is Lamar. I've talked about him in other videos, how he does the birth charts, right? But I'm up here because he's helping me out, right? He's helping me out on my journey up to bare knuckle boxing, get this bare knuckle boxing, get this platform, make this money, and get the word out. Get the word out on what we got to do to start restoring and repairing mankind. Yeah, I'm working on getting my brand out there, and I do want to thank everybody for helping me, helping me on my journey. Lamar's not here right now; he's working. But if he walks in, I'll be happy to introduce him. I'm in his house right now. I'm fly out to Tennessee to go meet up with my trainer tomorrow, December 2nd, and start training on Monday. Start training and start getting ready for a fight, which I'm pretty excited about. So what I want to show you guys right now over at Lamar's, because he has a bucket. A lot of you know that I didn't have any money for minerals, or maybe you didn't know, but I was doing really difficult. It was really difficult for me out at the time that I was out there 4 months in Scranton. No money, no vitamins, no minerals. Just feeling it. I was hurting, right? I'd have moments where I was hurting, and I had to figure out new solutions to how I'm going to make sure I maintain a lot of nutrients to help me push back against this tech and have energy and power to keep moving on, right? Keep moving forward. And that's what we got. We got a problem where we don't have enough energy in ourselves to be able to move forward, because we're dropping the front line of defense, which are called our natural killer cells. You're going to hear me talking about this repetitively because I want us to start getting an understanding of what's going on, why we're getting sick, why we can't repair, and how we're going to do it, how we're going to turn this around, how I've been able to turn this around, right? And get my body stronger, better, even on a low budget, no money. And I feel that's why I was going through what I was going through, so I could find new solutions with no money. Because the majority of us are, we're broken, we're struggling, but we need some solutions that don't cost a lot, and we can access what we need in hands reach, in hands reach, because I didn't have no transportation, so I had a lot of obstacles in my way, and I'm gonna start sharing step by step, what those solutions were, so you guys can do them tonight. December 1st, I'm putting on Costco food products you can buy that won't drop your immune system. I have that on Facebook in English and Spanish. It's a video I did back in May when I was out there in Texas. I didn't post it, who knows why, but I didn't post it. I'm posting it now. And then tomorrow I'll be posting, once I get into Tennessee, I'll be posting Trader Joe's, the food products that I buy there. Because if we don't have food products to eat, we're just going to eat what's available. And if we eat what's available, it's going to drop our front line of defense. Tech runs through the body, and that's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to stop the tech from taking effect to our body. And we got people who don't even know they got tech in their food, and they got all kinds of heart problems, but just problems in general with their bodies. And some of them are 20 years old and they got knee problems, joint problems, and it's this tech. I got a video coming up on something that actually melts down this tech. I've had a couple people try it. It's working just like it worked for me, and so it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. It literally breaks down the structure of the tech in the body. We do that once a week. I narrowed it down to once a week so we don't overkill and actually pull out all the good stuff along with the bad stuff, because that'll wear us out. I'll get more into that as soon as I'm able to, but it won't pass December, I promise. We're going to get this information out. Just want to make sure everybody can access and be able to get this, because it's like a tease, I just tell you and then you can't actually do it. I want to make sure everybody can do it. It's a Mexican product, a food product I found that actually dissolves the tech, and I'll be putting the facts and science where I found information that correlated, that let me know X marks the spot. I tried it, and very effective. Very, very effective, and that's how I was able to not have access to a bucket and still be able to break down this tech from being overwhelming, because, feeling your face, your eyes, forehead, everybody's different, right? But I'm just telling you about me. The side, this side of your torso, feel like you got something kicking you, like literally in the back of your torso. And how do you stop it? How do you stop this tech? And very long story short is it's benzene with EDTA. That's what it is. But I found a food product that'll break that down. So we access it, drink it, and and then there's some steps to it. There's some steps. You know, I was doing it for a bit, try to figure out what the pros and the cons, and I got it where it's nice, smooth sailing, so we can all actually use this. And I even gave it to people who don't deal with this tech, know nothing about this tech, but they got all kinds of problems in their chest area, and they got pains and pressures. Took the pressure out overnight, and they had the same effects that I felt. And those effects were feeling the tech break down and dissolve and come out in the urine. I hope to do that next week, so I don't have you guys waiting a long time, because I know some of you guys are like fucking in desperate situations. The last thing you want to hear is something coming up, right? Something coming up, but you just gotta fucking bear with me. You literally gotta bear with me, because I'm in the middle of flying, you know, going to Tennessee tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the morning. Again, thank you to everybody who supported me on that GoFundMe, so that I could actually get the plane ticket and get up here to Jersey and make things happen. Thank you guys. I'll be doing a shout out for you guys specifically, you know, take some time to make a video for you guys. But for right now, I just wanted to get you guys updated, let you know what's going on. And I want to show you this before I get into the bucket, because I'm at Lamar's and he has a bucket. I'm going to see where he got his bucket for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys would like a bucket just already made. I haven't been able to make myself one out here, or when I was out here in Scranton, just money, and then I no money, and so I've been without a bucket for, I guess, since July, because I was here in July when I went out to Scranton. That's the last time I used a bucket. This tech does build up, it does get stronger, it does move more and more. So, you know, you guys who do have a bucket, you want to make sure your bucket is working, because you're putting your feet in there and you don't even know if it's working or not. So I went across the street to a hardware store and I got this so I can make this video for you guys, alright? So I got the bucket and I plugged it in, his bucket, right? But I want to know if it was working. It didn't have a blinking light, so I wouldn't be able to detect if it got that boom, boom, boom. Cause we know it's working if you got that pulse, because that pulse is that knockout. To pull out the tech to the bottom of the feet, right? That's what we need. And I use this gauge. It's a magnetic stud finder, because I couldn't find a compass, you know, at the hardware store across the street. So I was like, well, what do you got? And they showed me this. This is pretty cool. Look at this. So this, let me see if I can get that in there. It's a magnetic stud finder, right? So right here is a magnet, and this magnet is on a needle. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to make it where you can see this pretty good, right? And it flips back and forth because it's on a needle, this magnet, right? If it finds a stud in the wall, you know, an iron nail, and that's how it finds a stud. But because it's a magnet, and when I plug the bucket in, the whole copper wiring around the bucket should be kicking back and forth, on and off, which will make this magnet flip back and forth, just like if it would if it had a compass, right? Because I didn't have a compass, I was able to use this. And watch this, it's really cool. So it didn't work. His contraption, or not contraption, I'm sorry. What is this called? Laptop charger, right? Let me grab it. His laptop charger wasn't working, and that's what I want to know. Like, am I gonna get this effect or not? Like, I don't like wasting my time not getting the effects I need, right? So I needed something like this to check it. So he had one of these, you know, where I tell you guys, make sure that you get the alligator clip one, so that you can take with you your charger. So I didn't have a bucket, but you better believe I bought my charger. I bought my charger. So I put my charger on, and now let me show you what effects this is. So this is going to move because the field around this bucket is going boom, 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 boom. And that's just pulling out the tech through the body. And when I had his on, this thing wasn't moving at all. So watch this. It's pretty cool. So this is on. Let me get this where you can see it. Right. I have it plugged in. I'm just trying to see where you can see that there's a flux in the field with this light. Hold up. Why is this not on? Wonder if I got it on. Hold up. There it is. Hold on. Should be much stronger than that. Why is it so slow? There you go. There you go. You see that? You see that flux? I just had to find a place where I can land this steady. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're looking for. That's how we know if we got a pull happening. All right. So when hopefully when Lamar gets here, I'll add it to the end of this video. Talk to him a little bit because I want you guys to know who Lamar is. He's been a big influence, help in my life, and helped me with the birth chart stuff because it really gave me direction and it helped me understand why the fuck I had to go sleep outside. Everybody, my phone fell down, so I'm starting up again, and here is Lamar. I'm in Lamar's house. This is Lamar, the man with the birth charts.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all. She has told me so much about all of you.
Yeah, meaning Lamar knows all about the tech. He doesn't have problems where it's affecting his life, but he's on it. You know, he got a bucket. I'm in his bucket right now. I'm using his bucket right now. I put a plastic bag in it. And that's another tip for people, you know. If you're going to use somebody else's bucket, just put a plastic trash bag in it, and boom. And different people can use it with their own bag. And multi-purpose or multifunctional for people. So you don't have to worry about that whole, people don't like, you know, other people's feet in the bucket situation. But yeah, Lamar's like Inspector Gadget. He has every gadget you can fucking possibly imagine. Not just for against the tech, but we're talking about like in Kung Fu, workout systems that most people don't do, but Bruce Lee used to do back in the day. He's gonna work on showing me some stuff for bare knuckle boxing to get me that internal strength, you know.
Absolutely. Like we over here, we like to build from the outside in. I like to build from the inside out.
Yeah, everything actually is from the inside out, right? Everything's energy before it becomes matter, and so kind of like the same principles in the muscle working from the inside and
absolutely
very fucking explosive. That's what we're expecting. For me to be very fucking explosive.
Yeah, if we're going for knockouts and we're going for victory, then we have to train for that.
Absolutely. I love it. I just definitely wanted you guys to get to meet Lamar. He found me on YouTube. Well, like a lot of you, right?
Just like all you do. Yeah, I was watching just like all of you were.
Yeah, and he reached out and he talked about the birth chart and I knew something about, you know, something's going on with our birth signs, and it has to have some kind of information, some kind of meaning. And so he really took me in deep to really understand that this is like a mechanical thing. And when I say mechanical, it's organic in its nature, don't get me wrong. But mechanical is there's a science to this, and it's either going to work with you or work against you. And if it wasn't for him reaching out to me a couple years ago, I wouldn't be ready for all the shit that I've had to go through to prepare me for where I'm at right now. I would have lost my fucking mind knowing I had to sleep outside, almost being 50 years old. I would have felt like a piece of shit as a fucking human being, you know, a fucking piece of shit. But I knew there's a fucking reason because it was in my birth chart and I could see it. And he helped me see that even before I got out there. So this is what I'm talking about. Your birth chart is important. It's the magnetic field information of your direction, not of what you have to do, but what's laid out, and it's either going to work for you or work against you. But if you don't know, that's just always going to work against us. You know, it's working against us. So.
Always. Just like I was explaining to her when we first started meeting, we all come down as our specific sign. But what a lot of people don't understand is that your chart has a mixture of all of the signs. It just comes in a different section, and it affects you in different ways. So you being your sun sign, which you are, that's what you identify as. So this is what your flagship is. But the rest of you is basically dictated is what was on the birth chart. So this is why if you're a Leo, a Scorpio, or Gemini, or whatever, and you know other Leos, Scorpios, and Geminis, and for some reason you'll agree on certain things, but you'll see that they're totally different, and this is what throws people off when it comes to the zodiac birth chart, because they think that we're all supposed to be like exactly the same, but the divine science of it all gives you the characteristics that are only designated to you.
Yeah, it was intense when he broke that down to me. Like it made the complicated makes sense. That's what I am gonna say. No hocus pocus, no mumbo jumbo. It's just like we're gonna categorize this. We're gonna understand what each section means and why you're unique to this. You know, I'm Scorpio, but my way of being Scorpio is completely different than other Scorpios, and he breaks down why that is for each individual person. So if you guys are interested in getting your birth chart to help you navigate through this system that we're in, right? The system reality that we're in, I definitely recommend Lamar. I trust Lamar, and I don't use that word. I don't use the word trust.
Not too much.
But I trust. When I say I don't use that word, it means I don't use it lightly. That's what I mean, right?
Because we can't trust too many.
It's tough. You know, it's fucking tough. But up until all of this point, been almost like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, it took 2 years talking back and forth on the internet, and now I'm actually out here in Jersey. You know, going up here to Philly and on this quest, on this mission to change the fucking world. We gotta change this motherfucker.
In real life.
Yeah. In real life, we gotta really do something about it. And this is all of us talking to all of us to help us change this world, because that's what it's about, right? So just getting information back and forth to one another and helping us all build and make this world a better place.
Please, for those who really are interested in these things, you can contact me at aqjersey@yahoo.com and just basically say I saw the video. I'm a friend of Michelle's. I'm a follower of Michelle's.
Sounds good.
And I'm already gonna know who you are as soon as you say that.
That meaning we know where we're at in the understanding between the reality that we're in, the tech, the tech, how it's working, and how it's working against mankind. You know, not just the tech. I know the rabbit hole goes deep, but if you can get on the tech part, you're pretty much deep in the rabbit hole in understanding. You
Already.
know? And so he's gonna know exactly what you're ready to hear and what you can handle, because it's a lot of information, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of information. Once you get it, you won't worry about like reading. You know, people look at newspaper horoscopes and things like that, and it's very general. That's why it really doesn't match with everybody, because they're using a whole different system. Like for a person that has a session with me, I'll explain why that actually is. But I'm gonna let everyone out there know thyself first. If you don't know yourself, then anyone can tell you anything. You'll listen to anybody. You'll go with anything that's thrown in front of you. But when you finally look at your chart and find out who you actually are, you find out how special you are. Because each chart is specific for that person. For my religious friends, I'll say, they say God has a plan for me, and I say yes, He does. This is what it is for you. Look at it. Check it out. It's going to be a very personal journey, a very personal conversation that is something that will change how you see everything in your life. And I promise you, from my own personal experience of trials and tribulations, the birth chart was the one thing that made everything make sense to me after you've gotten to the point where no one can talk to you. And once I realized that, I knew that this is something that I would have to learn so I could be able to bring to teach to the people. Because once you know how special you are, once you know that there can never be another one of you, and every little thing that's ever happened to you, whether it's good or tragically bad, there is a reason for it all.
Yeah.
For you to be who you are now. But it's only until you actually know that's when you can actually use it to work for you the way it was meant.
Wow, I got goosebumps. You know, I didn't want to even interrupt you. I got goosebumps when you said that, because we resonate. You know, we resonate because that's just for real. Lamar's gone through some things that most human beings can never say they've had that experience. And this has put him into a place that is so deep and so dark and so lost that he had to find a way to rise. And this is how he did it, and this is why he knows what he knows. And I am a testimony to what he's saying, that without that chart, I would not have been able to withstand sleeping outside in the streets of Scranton and still have some fucking dignity inside of me and some respect. And that fierce mind that I got a fucking direction and ain't nothing gonna fucking stop me. Regardless of what is seen, sleeping on the streets of Scranton. You feel me? So I respect you very much, my friend.
I
I love
respect you
you.
so much. Everything's gonna be fine, as you said.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna fucking make it. When I say we gonna fucking make it, our species gonna fucking make it. 'Cause that's what we're born for. That's what we're built for, you know. We are.
We were not given a spirit of fear. No matter what they tell you. Never have fear. You are controlled by fear, and you will be destroyed by fear. Knowledge is the power that destroys the fear. If you look at a mouse running across the wall with a candle, it looks like a bear against the wall because of the shadow. But it's only just a mouse.
Yeah. The more we understand, I feel what you're saying. You know, the more we understand, the more clear the road becomes, the more fucking sharp we get about walking that line. You know, and getting our direction.
Yeah, you get it. You
we
just
get it. It's just like
even if it's bad, you be like, "Oh, I see why this."
Yeah, I see why this happened.
I see why.
Yeah,
once you get that part, you're able to move forward in strength.
Absolutely, I can't wrap that up any better than that understanding of why a birth chart is so important. You know, people pay thousands of dollars for birth charts. FYI, a lot of people don't know that. You know, they're up in the thousands, and then you don't know what feedback you're getting from the individual who's doing it. So you got to know the soul of the individual. And I will say I understand the soul of Lamar in these past 2 years, and he mine, obviously, because he knows my chart.
Yeah, we're kindred spirits, so.
Yeah, and I believe the people on this, they come to my YouTube channel are also kindred spirits, you know? It's like Soul Tribe. We're all aligning for a reason.
Yes.
It's not about worrying about if everybody else understands. It's about what we understand to be able to help those around us wherever we are, you know? And that's it. And
learn who you are. Because at the end of the day, you have to wake up with yourself and go to sleep with yourself. So you might as well figure out who that person is, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's something else because society does have it on us. We're in a setup of something that we're lost in, you know. And it's about knowing that if everything is gone, I'm still fucking me.
You will be.
You know, I'm still fucking me, and then we got to get to that point. You know, we got to break all the barriers down to find out and to find really who we are.
You will.
Yeah.
The worse it is, the stronger you will become. But you have to know that you're going through certain trials so that you can be the person you are meant to be.
Absolutely.
And it's going to come differently for every person, which is why you are so unique. This is why you have to find out what's going on with you, because at the end of the day, it's not about anybody else. You're going to live, wake up with yourself, go to sleep with yourself. You're born alone and you will die alone. So it's up to you to find out what you're supposed to be doing in between.
Mm-hmm. I definitely do want to add to that, the alone part, that solitude, you know, it's a different video for another day because that shit will fucking kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going through solitude, and I know, recognizing, listening to people's, you know, stories,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like everybody's going through, or a lot of people, the
Yes.
majority, been going through some deep fucking solitude moments this past year and a half.
And we all think that we're only
Then we think we're by ourselves doing it, yeah, but it's in the energy field.
And someone else is in their house thinking that they're by themselves, and someone else is in their house thinking they're by themselves.
People going through some deep solitude, even in the sea of living in the city.
Mm-hmm.
We're still going through some major fucking solitude, and that'll be another video for another day. But yeah, like Lamar says, the stronger you become inside with the self and be strong within yourself, the less lonely we become, knowing that we're connected to one another, you know. But we got to know who we are first.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
You never will be, and you never was when it comes to family, when it comes to your soul tribe, when it comes to the people you're supposed to be meeting, the people that will challenge you in life, the people that will lift you in life, the people that traumatize you in life. It's all for a reason. So I want all of you to keep going. Because if you're not dead yet, it's not your time and you're just not supposed to be. So that means you're supposed to be doing something else.
Yeah, so it's that get on it attitude. And I'm going to be helping you guys with your energy, you know? Because
Yes.
we want to get on it, but we're lacking energy. And we talk about that in all my videos, and I will always talk about that until we know how to do that, you know? So
yeah.
Keep watching the videos, you know, keep staying strong. I hope this message resonates with you guys and it helps somebody, you know, if they're in a dark, hard spot. But we just keep in touch, and it says this Truth and Integrity Warrior, Michelle Angelique, and
Lamar Bumbrey.
Yep, and saying stay strong. Know that we're separate, but we're together because we're on the same fucking mission, and that's to get mankind back on track, get us strong again, and that's my mission.
Mankind.
Mankind.
2 hands, 2 legs, 1 head,
And one heart.
and 1 heart.
That heart, right? So that fun. It's a heart. Gotta get to that heart.
That's why we're all. That's what makes us all the same.
Yeah, that's what makes us actually mankind. It's the
Literally.
heart. Yeah, what makes us mankind is the heart. It's special, and I know we can go into a whole nother video with that. We'll be doing 2 more videos.
Yeah, that'll be a podcast.
Together.
That's for the podcast.
So as I can stabilize it and get steady in a location, I would like to. We'll be back Lamar and maybe some YouTube subscribers that got something to say. I think it's important that we all get the word out and we get to share the stage, share the platform. All right.
The world is a stage. You gotta play your part.
If he keeps coming up with these lines, I'm gonna say something, and then it goes into a longer video. I go to a longer video, so we're just gonna leave it as funny because it all leads to do. Oh yeah, that's actually something that has to do with life,
Yeah, it starts getting automatic. That's what happens.
You
You start getting when you start learning what's the deeper stuff. You start getting real stoic for no reason, but hey,
and then we go to another. So just stay strong in the mind, the body, the soul, and don't forget that heart because that's where it's at. It's mankind. So on. Be well, you guys. Be strong.